Hello, fellow life forms, to this review on the season. It's a bit problematic. It's a bit problematic. So yeah, this season has been a bit. I don't know what the word for it, but people are unhappy mainly because of this. Well, not really this, but this. The season pass, and I will be talking about. Is it worth it? Anyway, let's just cut to the chase and instantly go to our reviews, which is starting off with a car that is absolutely hilarious. It's the Reliant Robin. And also, if you're questioning why this video, I've nicknamed this season the fan suggested season, mainly because most of these cars have been suggested and I flipped over. Anyway, so these cars, I'm pretty sure, I don't know about that one, but I'm pretty sure all these have been suggested. This one has definitely been suggested. This kit right here has definitely been suggested. I just flipped over again. This, I don't know about that one. Don't know about that one, Chief. But anyway, let's just change the time. There we go. But anyway, so this season right here, I didn't realize that it was actually a game pass that asks for 399 Robux, meaning that you get a potential infinite amount of available cars that you can grind for. And this season pass has been interesting because without it, right, if you notice right here, so you got 150 crowns, and there you have 300 crowns. So if you have this pass, right, it makes it more tolerable for grinding because the rewards are closer together. For example, you only have to get 150 more to get these rims, which are the whole other can of worms that we're going to get into. Then a bit more, and you get this Nissan, whatever this is. And then, instead, you have to get like another 750 trophies to get to the next reward, but instead you only have to get 200 to get the M3 GTR, and then 500 for this, then 500, 500, 500, then 1,000. Anyway, this is it's got some interesting vehicles, but definitely is something to be desired for, mainly for free. Obviously, look, right, I'm gonna get to this issue, the main issue probably, when we actually get to the car in question. But anyway, we're gonna test this and see how good this Reliant Robin is. So yeah. Anyway, listen to the sound of this thing. Oh god, Jesus. Alright, so I also forgot to mention, and I forgot to also update it, but I have currently a so I was gonna type that there. I currently have right here, and you won't be able to see it, but I can. Alright, just go through all this crap. Where is it? It's here. There we go. It's like acceleration time. So if I was to quickly turn from Roblox to display, and you'll see all these times right here. So that one was 15.5. So I don't know how to spell this. Reliant Robin. I think that's how you spell it. 15.1 seconds. So that, oh, that says 16. It's not supposed to say 16. 15.1. So that's the times currently. That I'm going to keep it on screen display. But anyway. So this car currently is the worst performing car in the game, because it tips over frequently. It isn't that fast, really not that fast from this. Alright, this one, that one goes... it's the worst, not just because of this. It doesn't have the worst handling in the game, but you'd think it'd have the worst because of the missing from it. But anyway, moving on to... I'm going to spawn the next car, which is this Nissan, wherever it's down. Is it? It's not down. Okay, here it is. This thing. But anyway, we'll drive around for a bit, and then we'll talk about the rims that come from this. These ones. Alright, these ones, everyone thought they were a body kit, but honestly, they're not too horrible on some cars. Like, looking at them on this car and them spinning, that looks pretty good. Honestly, spinning, they do, but standing, like, driving still, they don't. But I prefer to keep the stock wheels, so I'm going to keep those ones. But anyway, this one has been suggested. I've definitely seen this one been suggested. It isn't bad. It's a nice, reliable car. It isn't too horrible, right? But obviously, you know, it's for free and you have to grind a bit. I've definitely seen people complaining about the grinding, but people need to understand, right? This event isn't supposed to be done overnight, except that I did. I did have exactly 4,000, which I did show, but now I have 4,004. But anyway, so this is supposed to be grinded over this, but I said screw that, and I didn't do it. Obviously, I did not do that. It's like got buck teeth on there, constant buck teeth. But anyway, this car is not bad. I mean, it's a bit I don't know. This is not really my cup of tea because it's not a car I would add to the game. Really, there's definitely cars that I would have picked over this, but it doesn't matter. It's in the game now. It's here. We got it. It's cool, I guess. I don't know its exact name. It's a Nissan of some form. I think it's supposed to be a newer version of, like, I want to say the 370Z or 350Z, one of them, but it looks kind of like that. But I don't know if those ones are in the game, but they added this one to the game, one that probably no one would prefer over the 370 or 350Z, I'm just saying. Anyway, that's acceleration test. So the Reliant got 15.1 seconds. This, I would say, based on that, is probably electric. It has probably definitely better, but if it has worse, then that's very concerning because the Robin sucks. It's meant to suck. The only thing, it's a meme car. It's the whole point of it is, haha, meme car. Like, no one wants it because of its performance. No one wanted it in the game because it's a good performing car. Everyone wanted it because it could tip over and be hilariously funny. Alright. Also, there is no engine sound. I probably could, like... Oh, no, there is. Okay, so it's not electric. I thought it was electric. It looks electric, right? It looks like it would be an electric car, but it's not. But still, I don't know. I don't know why you give it an electric look, but it not be electric. Anyway, this is the sound. Oh, I didn't need that anymore. Okay. All right, 11.7. Let's put that on the old. Alright, so where would that be? That would be faster than the go-kart. I don't know what this... I'm just going to say Nissan, whatever. I'm going to have to Google it. For 11.7 seconds. I'm going to quickly switch it from this to Roblox, and then I'm going to quickly Google it really quick. I need a Nissan. I don't know. What would they even call it? Like, yeah, I'll do something better. I'll just search up the whole category of cars in this game that are Nissan. I just don't know what it's called, dude. I don't know what it is. Nissan. Alright. Why is that R capital? I don't know why that's a capital R. Category Nissan. It should be in here, but it's not for some reason. Oh, there it is. A Nissan Z is currently obtainable. We're gone. Next few days. Not next few days. It's still here. What's the exact... Okay, that's the exact name. So it's a Nissan 7 Proto? I think that's what it's called. 2021. I'm not going to add that into that. Maybe I will. Proto. Why not shooting caps? Ooh. Proto. 11.7 seconds. Not bad, not bad. Alright, anyway, I'll probably just put the thing on there because whatever. Time or whatever. There we go. Alright, so that's in. And, do I know the rest of these cars? I think that's a GTR. That's a Polestar 1. That's... Well, I've got to Google that as well. Anyway, let's pick the next car. What's the next car? Oh, yeah, it is. It's the car that we're gonna... That's the main focus, really, of this entire update. The M3 GTR. Everyone's favorite car, probably, if you've ever played Need for Speed Most Wanted. One of the most legendary games. Like, close to 25 years, I think, maybe. Probably not. Like, I don't know. Anyway, it's been a long time since its release in 2005, and it's still one of the best Need for Speed game that has this. There was a different version of it that did not have the storyline, but still had. But instead, we got two M3 GTRs. We got a normal one, which is like an unspray painted one, and then we got like a racing kit one, which is like spray painted like a race car. We did not have this one, but I still have fond memories of the M3 GTR because I got to drive two of them. Because I had two of them. I owned two of them. Because, you know, the main guy was also named Brazer. But anyway. Because the thing is, right, this car's been suggested for how long? Very long. I've been one of them. And when it came out, I threw my hands up and went, yeah! Because this is an absolute W. But then I realized it's part of a season pass. it's a clever move on their part because people obviously want this car and they're gonna pay money for it. Okay, the sun's setting. We need to change that time. Like, because people are obviously gonna want this, they're gonna buy it. But then obviously YouTubers like me are gonna say, okay, well, it isn't really worth it because it's kind of disappointing. I haven't even checked the stats of any of these vehicles. I completely forgot. It's in miles per hour as well for some reason. I left it in miles per hour. Anyway, so that's 80. I think it's around, I don't know. Alright, that one, you can look at the stats. Okay, that's not the one we want. This one. But this car is a bit of a letdown because I can guarantee it was not 100. It was around over 200 miles per hour could go. I think, around that. It was probably a bit less, but anyway. This car is disappointing to say the least because it is just, I can see all these, there we go, kilometers an hour. Completely forgot to do the stats, but anyway, there's the stats if you want to look at them. Just pause the video. But this is extremely disappointing. I think it needs a buff because I can guarantee the actual one does not suck this bad. Because it it's definitely, right, I can guarantee, I can put my money on it. It could easily smoke it could smoke one of those. It could destroy some of these SUVs. It's an M3 GTR. It's a monster. Seriously. Anyway, let's listen to it. The sound is okay. It's not accurate, but whatever. I mean, you really think that the car that is so legendary would do that in 10.8 seconds? I don't know. I'm just saying that it is not as fast as it should be. 10.8. It's right there. BMW M3 GTR 10 point. What was it? 8? I can check. It was probably like 10.8. I think it was 10.8. If it's not, then I'll just watch the video back and I'll just edit it myself. But I'm pretty sure it was 10.8 or 10. It says 10.9, but it was 10.8. Because I actually said it on screen, but it's weird and it's like half a second delay. But anyway. It is currently behind the Formula Junior, which you can't see, but that's like, alright, I'm going to quickly switch back to screen display. This is the list currently. This is the ones I've recorded. So currently the top of the ranks right now that I've recorded, which I know is not the top for my videos, because I definitely know the Jesko Absolute is definitely the king, but right now it's the SS, which is at the top, with the Nor being slightly behind. And then this is how it is. I just looked at some of my reviews. That was part of the body kit update, and I just looked at these. Where? Did I put the other one? Oh, I didn't test that one, the Maserati. But anyway, there it is, right there. At a list, it definitely should beat somebody. It definitely should beat this, alright? But anyway, there we go, alright? Very disappointing. But anyway, now we're moving on to the Polestar 1 and its body kit in the same one. Because, honestly, this car is another car that people wanted, and getting a body kit for it is pretty cool. But the problem is that the body kit is also behind a paywall, meaning that 2 video game cars, technically, one car and one kit are behind it. But the problem with this is that I'm pretty sure that in the game, Need for Speed Heat, I don't know the name of who drives this. I don't think they'd be driving around in a stock Polestar with body kits on it, because this is screaming Ricer. Because this is the exact same car that everyone else gets. All it is a body kit. It should be, I thought, initially, it was like a different version of it, kind of like, you know, like the McLaren F1, and then you got the F1 GTR, which we'll get to that. That's just an utter scam, honestly. Okay, that's the stats, 160 mile per hour top speed. I doubt that. I absolutely doubt that. Because the thing is, right, I can guarantee that no street racer will be going around with some stock car that looks like a street racer. Everyone will be modifying their cars. This should be a modified version. The kit maybe should add some speed to it, or it should have been a completely different car. So I don't know. I'm just saying that it's just inaccurate that someone would be driving around in a stock Polestar. But anyway, let's go to testing it. So the speed of the M3 GTR is was 10.8. So if it's slower than that, that's pretty depressing. But if it's faster than that, it makes sense because it's a newer car and it should be faster. Well, I mean, it's from the same series that has souped up crazy cars, so they both should be more faster than they actually are. So anyway, the body kit, I mean, it's cool, definitely. I don't know if the spoiler comes with the kit, or if you can unlock it normally, because I didn't notice it, because on here, it doesn't show the spoiler, and the spoiler is a completely different thing. Oh god. Here, you check here, you go here, you go to body kits, alright, you take that off, you can still have the thing on. Anyway, let's quickly put it back on, and then listen to the noise. Oh crap. You're joking. No. Seriously, no. 11.4? I doubt that. I seriously doubt that. I'm going to have to retry that again. 11.4? You're telling me it's slower than the M3 GTR? That makes no sense. I'm redoing that. But right now, I'm going to put down the name of it. I'm not going to put down the name of it, because if this is around 11.4, that's bad. Because a car that you have to grind more for, along with the body kit, is slower. I'm not going to do the engine sound, because there's no point doing the engine sound, because we already heard it. It sounds okay, I guess. 11.4, no way. I doubt that this car right here, a modern car, is slower than the GTR. Like, I mean, the GTR is a beast, but it should be more of a beast. But anyway, was that just an inaccurate? No, that was actually dead correct. 11.4. That is, whew. That is, alright, 11.4. It's on screen display. Alright, 11.4. We'll put it right here. I think this is how you spell Polestar. If it's not, then I'll correct it later. 11.4 seconds. That is, I mean, we all know the M3 GTR is a beast, but like, who knows, this much of a beast. What's next? Aha, the scam car. I'll tell you why it's a scam car. Because, alright, where is it? I definitely know where it is, because it's very close to where, look, right there. There it is, right there. Oh, it should be a body kit. I'll be honest, this should be the body kit. And the Polestar one should have a, you know, kind of like, because there's multiple different versions of like, or examples of cars that are have different versions, right? So you have the F1, you have the F1 GTR, you have the Nissan Silvia, then you have the Silvia, aka Mona Lisa, which is here. Where is it? That's a car that was actually added, wasn't a body kit, it was a completely different car. Where is it? It's here. Right here. That is they say Pro, but called the Mona Lisa, I guess. But anyway, let's look at the stats comparing these vehicles. I'm going to change the miles per hour. I mean, this car is fast, not going to lie, it's fast. But it's not exactly like we wanted. So, look, right, okay. Exact same handling, literally 2 miles an hour faster. That's very depressing. So it begs the question, why even have a car like this in the game when you can just buy the normal F1 and it's pretty much the exact same? The acceleration is probably the main thing that differs the two vehicles. Oh, and the body kit. The thing is, right, you could just make the body kit. You could just had a body kit that has, it's slightly bigger, because there's no difference between the two. It's just a body kit that goes 2 miles an hour faster. So I'm thinking, I'm going to test this, and then we're going to do the other F1, and we're going to test if these vehicles are indeed the exact same. They should theoretically be slightly, either the exact same, slightly different, or wildly different, depending on the acceleration. You know. We don't know. We have no idea. Anyway, this car doesn't sound nice. I'm not going to lie. It sounds quite nice. Okay, a 9.2. Okay, it's reversing for some reason. Don't do that. Okay, it's not. 9.2 seconds, which isn't bad. It's not a bad car at all. But the old problem with that is that maybe, just maybe, the other one might be fast. So where is it? 9.5. 9.5? What does that say? 9.2. It was 9.2. So it is here. The McLaren. So it's right in front of the other one, F1 GTR. GTR with a 9.2 second time. Now, let's test the other one. If it gets the exact same time, that proves that these cars should not be in the game. They should not be. I'm not even going to test the noise because there is no point doing the noise because I'm going to do a review on it later. And I'm definitely going to bring up this vehicle because the thing is, right, technically it is a free version of this car, making neither this car relevant or the GTR relevant. It makes no sense because they're the exact same car. They go slightly far. One goes slightly faster than the other. It makes no sense. And I don't know. I just don't know why. I don't know why. Why don't they just, instead of McLaren building apparently a completely different car, they just slap a wing on this and call that a new car? Well, that's probably what they did. All right, if this is faster, oh my god, it's faster. It has a better acceleration than the GTR, but the GTR, so it was a dead 9 seconds. So, okay, I did not mean to type that. McLaren F1 with a 9-second time. You're joking. So this car has better acceleration than this one by 0.2 seconds, which isn't much, but still, this car's slightly faster, making it a total and utter scam. But anyway, let's move on to the next car, which is this one, which is also another scam. Alright, mainly because this car, I'm not gonna lie, this car is good. Alright, this car is good if you do not own the 2012. This one. If you don't own this one, because this one blows the other one out. Technically doesn't blow it out of the water, but it's better than it, and it was free. It was free. But if you own the 2019 model, which is all the way up here for some reason, but it's faster than both of them, because how much was that one? It was 345. This one's like 370 kilometers an hour, which is definitely faster. I think pretty sure has better handling. It's a game pass, so technically it's locked behind a paywall, but you don't have to grind for any of them. Just get this. Honestly, it's another addition to the Formula 1 collection, which honestly, I'm kind of liking the Formula 1 collection, but I do not condone them being behind a paywall, because this is good, but if you had the 2012 model, if you got it from last season, which was free, it's just makes no sense to get this, which, as of now, as you've clearly seen, that this entire pass isn't worth it, because this one is wildly inaccurate. It should be much faster. The rims look okay only if the car's moving, because if they just look like a band-aid. Here, that's a body kit that should not have been behind a paywall. This one should have been behind a paywall because no one wants it, and this one's not a scam because we already had a car that does basically the exact same thing last season, but better, slightly better. Makes no sense. Spaghetti. Also, I have a lot of money. That was all the money I accumulated over grinding. Anyway, listen to its engine sound. "9 seconds. Is that faster than the? I do have the 2012 model down. Where is it? Wait, where the hell is it? It's right here. 9. So it goes slightly better acceleration, slightly better, and I think this actually got a faster time than the F1. So it has slightly better acceleration, but it's behind a paywall, which makes no sense. So basically, making this car completely irrelevant. No point buying it. But anyway, yeah, whatever. There it is. Anyway, then we move on to the final act, which is the Mazda. I don't know what Mazda is called. I'm gonna have to Google this, like, when I'm putting it into the thing, not right now. This car's pretty sweet. It has a different colors headlights, actually blue headlights. It's nice. It goes around corners quite nice. It's just a nice, fast car. This, I don't know who made this. It could have been a schizophrenic dude who made this, but what the hell is going on here? This is just all kinds of whack. Because, like, it's literally like they just grabbed a handful of spaghetti, splattered it on a piece of paper, and went, that's our new lights. That's our new lights. It's just a maze of confusion along with these. Like, what the hell? I mean, it looks futuristic, I guess, but it's just, what the hell is going on here? It's just like, there's like look at all the vents. I'll just throw a vent there, some vent there. I'll put a whole set of vents along here. You know, there's a big old vent. There's vents. Seriously, it's almost like every single racer on this side of the earth decided to make a supercar, and this is what they made. Vents everywhere, lights that are just confusing, that make absolutely no sense. Anyway, let's look at the stats. This car isn't bad, alright? It's probably the best from this season. I don't know if it's the best from this entire 2 seasons, but also I want to bring up another point that I forgot to make at the start of the video. I was going to say, every 3 seasons that happen, I'm going to review every single vehicle again. Oh, I'm going to do a huge video where I kind of compare all the vehicles together. What was the best vehicle, what was the worst vehicle, biggest scam, whatever. But anyway, acceleration time. Oh, so what was the fastest vehicle? It was a 9-second Formula 1 car. That was the fastest one we've tested today, technically. I mean, this one wasn't part of this. I just wanted to test it alongside of the GTR. But right now, the 2008 Formula 1 is the fastest accelerating. Can this thing blow it out of the water? Let's hope. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Nope, stop. Alright, I just actually put down my sensitivity. Always do that by accident. So it was an 8.9 second time, making it the fastest accelerating vehicle we have tested today. And I forgot its name, so I'm going to need to Google it. I'm going to turn off screen capture. Alright, what was it? It was Mazda something. Okay, what is its name? This thing. Fura. Alright, that's what it's called. Anyway, put back to screen capture. There we go. Alright, it was right here. Was it behind this? Well, basically these are both 0.9. I don't know the exact one. I'm gonna have to check, but I want to put it in between these two, just because. So it's a Mazda. Is that how you spell it? Oh, I gotta recheck it. Off with the screen capture. Nope. There we go. Alright, so I did not type it right. I typed it wrong. With a time of 8.9 seconds. Now, we get to the part of the video where you can really click off. But anyway, I'm going to rank them out of my favorites. So right now, if I'm ranking these two, I guess the two accessories, the body kit's my favorite, easily, because the rims suck. But now it's time to review the vehicles. Now, what is the vehicle I despise the most in this season? And it's pretty obvious. Well, kind of. It's the GTR. I think it's honestly, I think last season I ranked the other McLaren last because I'm like, we already have another one. But honestly, I mean, I guess, I don't know. We've had a trend where we've had a McLaren in this exact same spot, and both times I've ranked them as my bottom tier. But this one, I have an extremely valid reason why. We've had a lot of race cars, definitely in the past. That's not the reason why. But this car's an utter scam. The F1 has got a faster acceleration than it. And this car is slightly faster by 2 miles an hour. Utter scam. I don't know why it's in the game and not just a body kit. It is definitely the lowest ranking of this entire list. Get down the bottom, you scum. Now, the next one is not a hatred, but it's probably that Nissan. That Nissan Z whatever. Mainly because this is a vehicle that I just don't find interesting. I mean, it's a cool looking vehicle, I guess. It's just not something I suggested or ever would suggest. I don't hate this vehicle. I think it's a cool vehicle, and I'm going to see a lot of them, hopefully. It's a nice looking vehicle. Performance-wise, it isn't the best, but, it isn't top tier, as I said. It's not top tier. It's not the best. It's not that good. It's not that good, I'm trying to really decide, because I'm doing it right now on the spot. But I think I know what vehicle's next. This is where it starts to get a bit hard, because these vehicles aren't bad, but I definitely know which one's going next. It's the 2008 Formula 1 car. I'm telling you, this vehicle is a bit of a scam, just saying. I mean, there's no point to it. If you have the 2012 model, I think I gotta check. I think it was, if I'm looking at this correct, it goes literally slightly faster in acceleration, except that one has better top speed. So it's really like a 0.1 second difference, so realistically it doesn't make a huge difference. I think the GT also doesn't make a big difference from the normal one, but they're so close. Well, this one, they're wildly different. I don't mind the Formula 1 cars, honestly. I like collecting them, but I don't drive them around that often. Oh, okay, that's wrong. The 2012 one I've been driving around a bit, but this one I'm going to drive around a bit more. Mainly because I did pay for it, so I kind of have to drive it around. But honestly, it looks nice, but honestly, I would like to see more of them, but I'd like to see them on the free side and not... Or maybe put them on the paid side, because maybe people don't want them. I guess the cars that people don't want, to put them on the paid thing and make the people who paid for them suck. But anyway, I don't like the premium pass that much, but at the same time, I think it's a way to support the devs and a way to potentially give us, or reward us players who've been supporting the game with something. I guess. I don't know. I get why people hate it, but at the same time, I see the dev side, they have to kind of eat. Maybe Game Pass sales aren't too well. But anyway, what car would I put next? This is where it gets difficult, because these... So, the Reliant Robin, the Polestar one, the Mazda, and this BMW M3 GTI. As I said, I did actually recommend two of these vehicles, suggest them. And, thing is, right, adds my list to 3 cars I have suggested and have gotten to the game. So, the Hot Rod... I suggested a Hot Rod for Halloween that came in, and the one that pretty much the photo I took of it. Reliant Robin and the M3 GTR, which we've been asking for a long, long time. And a lot of people have asked that, so I'm not taking complete credit, but I'm taking some credit. And that one I'm taking a bit of credit as well. I'm saying that it's a dub. But probably the vehicle that I would put on this list is probably the Polestar one. It's a hard decision on a vehicle that doesn't really deserve a low spot. But the thing is, the other cars, I like them more. I don't hate this vehicle. I actually like this vehicle a lot. The body kit's probably the main reason that it would be lower. The body kit does help it become a good car, like a car that I like and higher rankings. But compared to these other 3 vehicles, the Reliant Robin, the M3 GTR, and this Mazda, it does not pale in comparison. It does not, because these vehicles are vehicles that I like. Now, this is also, again, where it gets tricky, because there are 2 cars that, I've been thinking, because the thing is, right, the Reliant Robin, last time I gave the go-kart, the car that was the unlocked first, number 1 position. But the Reliant Robin is not on that number 1 position. But I don't know, I'm thinking that the Reliant Robin has to be number 3. It is in the top 3, which is good, but because it's, the thing is, the main reason that it isn't at number 2, where it should be, where it realistically should be, this car doesn't tip over that easily, and that's the thing, because it instantly corrects itself, and if it did tip over, it would be higher on the list by just being number 2. I mean, this car sucks. It's awful, it's garbage, it's straight up dumpster fire when it comes to performance, but it's a funny car because you can do this and tip over, but it instantly corrects itself, I guess because people might want to use it, but no one wants to use this car. Absolutely no one wants to use it for performance sake. Everyone wants to use it because it's a funny car that tips over all the time. You should be able to tip this car over extremely easily, because it tips over in normal life extremely easy. Look, instantly corrects itself. It doesn't sit there for a few seconds and then correct itself like most cars. It just instantly corrects itself. But anyway, what is at the number 1 spot? I did skip through. Now, I did do this on the last season. I did skip number 2 and announce number 1 first, then said number 2, my reasoning why it didn't be number 1. So the vehicle at number 1 for my favorite vehicle this season is seriously, you should have seen it from the start of the video. It's the M3 GTR. Obviously, it is obviously number 1. It's a vehicle that I love. I'd love to own in real life, and actually one of them has one on auction in Australia like last year at somewhere in Melbourne. So this car one of them is in Australia. One of 2 M3 GTRs, racing ones, is in Australia currently. Probably, maybe it could be overseas. I'd love to own one, but the odds are I'm probably not going to be able to track down one because it's extremely difficult, and it's probably going to be costly. But honestly, I'd love to own one. It'd be a dream. But this car is just generally, I like it. I do like it, right? But anyway, my reasoning why the Mazda is not number 1 is because it's not the M3 GTR. I have not been asking for it for ages, and it does not have a cool decal on the side of it. Honestly, the car is good. It's got good performance, but the Mazda, it's just this is a car I've been wanting for a long time, and it's a car it's one of those cars people have been wanting for a long time, and it's kind of disappointing that people don't get to get it. And the thing is funny because I was actually thinking yesterday, people are going to ask, when I join public service, people are going to ask to drive it, but, yesterday it's funny because someone actually joined the server and asked if they want to drive the M3 GTR. Of course, I said yes. I let someone also drive this Mazda around. So if you see me in game, if you've watched this far, if you see me in game, all you have to do is say, "Hi Goliath, I've seen your channel. Can I drive around the car?" Or because saying just my name will make you think you don't have no idea I have a channel. But anyway, if you do, alright, you do see me in games, you can ask and I'll let you drive around. Honestly, even after the season's done, I'll let people drive around in it because I can clearly see why people want to drive around in it. Because it's a bloody cool car. But anyway, this season is wrapped up for me. I hope Season 3 has better cars. Cars I don't complain about so much. Because this season has a lot of cars that are interesting. A lot of cars that people that clearly don't like. I've explained that these cars aren't really top notch. There's definitely vehicles I would want more in this season, but it's probably only this car and this car that's mainly the problem. Everything else is fine. People should be taking the Polestar 1 being in the game a huge W because people have been wanting it. You should just, honestly, I'm saying be a bit grateful that's in the game. Obviously, it's bad that the body kit's unavailable for people who can't pay M3 GTR, but honestly, you know what? I am grateful that they did add, at least they added the M3 GTR into the game, didn't just ignore it. Now, here's the question that I propose. What is the next vehicle on the list? I think I know what it is. And I'm going to suggest it, definitely. And I think, I know it's a vehicle from a movie. People want it. I've seen it. Now that the M3's out of the way and that it's finally in the game, what other cars are going to be next? Because these are a few cars that people have been wanting, but what's the cars that are going to be next? I think I know, and I'm going to tell you right now what I think the next vehicle will be, the car that everyone talks the devs' ears off about before they finally add it. And I'm pretty sure it is a Ford Falcon XP Pursuit Special, I think, or more correctly, people know it as Mad Max's Interceptor from first movie, Road Warrior, and Fury Road. If you don't know what it is, then you can just Google the car. It's basically just a Ford Falcon with a body kit on it, because it's not originally like the body kit on it, and it has, what was it? I think it's called a header. So basically, the huge blower up the top, I think that's called a header, and the side pipes, which I definitely hope that car gets into the game because I will be even more happier. And I can die tomorrow if I get that car. Well, not die tomorrow when the car gets added. But anyway, that's it. And it sucks that no new limiteds were added for me to buy. I've got money. I want to buy it. Buy something. Add something, please. Add something that's worth my money. Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. This season's been a bit of a shit show. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.